Brenda, our sister, is the 8th child and the 5th daughter of Sam and Brenda Campbell. Although she was 4th youngest in a family of 11, she has always been a strong person. We believe her decision to become a homeschool coordinator and to make it her life's work came about because she experienced the loneliness for family and friends when, as a young student, she had to board out in a rural area. But she was fortunate to stay with a very nice family. Her achievements, the list of her achievements is endless, and I'm very sure that everyone that you have come in contact with Brenda will miss you. A few years ago, I came down here in the summer to visit, and my big annual thrill, go to the P&E. I stayed with Brenda and Alan, like always, and I really truly believe Alan knows all the time that Brenda is off to bingo, but he plays dumb. My birthday was looming, so she says, Alan, I'm taking Selena out to shop for her birthday outfit. And so he said, fine. She said a few hours for us to shop for my outfit. And at that time, if any of you remember, there was a bingo spot at Metrotown. So we went to Metrotown and spent a few hours dabbing. And then when it was almost time for us to go back home, she dragged me through to Sears. She showed me a rack of sweat tops and sweat bottoms, and she says, choose 2 sets of bottoms and tops, and I chose gray and navy, and so she ran to the till with it, and we got home in time.
Brenda, I'm not much of a speaker. I love you. There is one thing I really remember about Brenda. They used to still live up in Rupert Street, way up that hill, Kitchener. Her and I came from bingo. I was 38 then. And there was a guard dog out of her street. Started barking after her and I. She did was 3 quarts of bottle. And I just heard her. She just left me. I was screaming around. I was more scared than you. I was frozen. I couldn't do anything. But I love you here.
I haven't been with Brenda as often as my sisters have because we have different interests. They usually go out and eat together. My brothers and I are usually doing our little thing. But one thing that I recall that my father told me about Brenda when she was a little girl. I never got that out of my mind. Every time I think about her, what should I say about her when something opportunity arises? And Brenda was just a little girl, probably Erica's age. And they were just like I was probably going to school in RP, and so was Lena. And they were getting ready just to move back home from the county where our parents used to work and fish. and I moved heading back to Bella, and Brenda was down below in my dad's boat, yelling at her, looking out this little porthole on the cabin. She was looking at outside, and my dad was watching her. And she asked in our language, what are you looking at? And I'll say it in Bella. Well, it's two questions. And then she looked at my dad and said, "Zou Egemus kwalijk kutinduf daddy?" My dad was asking her, "What's wrong with you?" And she looked at my dad and said, "Do the ducks know how to talk, Daddy?" That's probably the only thing I really recall, something kind of comical about my little sister. Other than a lot of love and respect for all the things that you and Alan have done for us. Thank you.
Well, my late husband and I had a pet. His name was Stinky. I bet you can guess what kind of pet that is. Yep, was a skunk. And I would learn that the reason why this little animal was gaining so much weight was that while I was at work all day, Brenda didn't want it to come near her rather. So it was quite a struggle in that house with Brenda and Stinky. I think Charlene was just a wee baby. Charlene couldn't help her mom because she couldn't even crawl yet. But every time Stinky would come near, Brenda would toss him a hunk of bread in the corner. And he'd eat it. Now, you know, bread is not good nutritional food for an animal of the woods. They need nuts and berries and fruit and roots and things like that. But bread, this poor little guy, he survived on bread. Every time he'd come near her, he'd get a hunk of bread tossed in the corner and he'd fly for the bread, and Brenda would be safe for at least another 15 minutes. Brenda, Stinky in heaven remembers you. He thanks you for the bread. And then his successor, yes? Yeah. Sandy. Sandy was my Sheltie. It's the only other animal I know that Brenda really loved. She tolerates their current house pet. But Sandy she really loved. He was a beautiful little Sheltie. And I remember when she came back from one of their trips to Europe and Great Britain, the one thing she really remembered was this Sheltie dog in Scotland who smiled at her. She said, "Look, Alan, that dog's smiling at us. He looks like Sandy."
I remember when I first met Brenda many, many years ago. It's her world tonight. She's just, she's such a strong person, and I hope she continues to be. And I think she will continue to be for the underdog. You know, she comes to me, and we worked very well together when we were doing our thing with the government. Remember, Brent? If we wanted something really bad, we'd go on force to other federal government especially to get what we wanted. And we do it really well. What did they call that? Lobbying. We were great lobbyers. Hey, Jim? We were great lobbyers. You. My friend, my sister, my very best friend. Thank you. Onum chala utmisiya.